Once upon a time, in a posh suburban neighborhood, lived Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. They seemed like the perfect couple to the outside world, but behind closed doors, Mr. Johnson had a secret affair with their housemaid, Angela. One stormy night, while Mrs. Johnson was away on a business trip, Mr. Johnson and Angela found themselves entangled in passion on the matrimonial bed. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door, startling Mr. Johnson. "Who is it?" he asked nervously. "Dad, it's me," came the voice of their son from the other side. Quickly, Mr. Johnson told Angela to hide in the bathroom. Opening the door, he saw his son, who informed him that his mother wanted to speak with Angela. Panic-stricken, Mr. Johnson replied, "Angela is not here, son. Go and sleep." But the son persisted, "Dad, she's not in her room either." Fearing exposure, Mr. Johnson insisted, "Go and sleep, she's not here." As soon as the son left, Angela emerged from the bathroom, and they resumed their illicit affair. Unbeknownst to them, Mrs. Johnson had suspected something was amiss and instructed their son to gather evidence. He stealthily waited, capturing a photo of Angela leaving their bedroom in the early hours of the morning. Meanwhile, Mrs. Johnson's friend, Juliet, also visited Mr. Johnson for a secret rendezvous. However, Angela, fueled by jealousy and anger, confronted Juliet. Before things could escalate, Mr. Johnson intervened, and they all pretended as if nothing had happened. Angela, now plotting to take Mrs. Johnson's place, confided in her about Mr. Johnson's affair with Juliet. Mrs. Johnson instructed her to gather evidence. As fate would have it, Mrs. Johnson returned home earlier than expected, catching Angela trying to spy on her husband and Juliet. Angela nervously explained she was trying to take a picture. Mrs. Johnson, with a heavy heart, went upstairs and caught her husband and Juliet in the act. Heartbroken and devastated, she confronted them. The husband begged for forgiveness, even bringing a pastor to plead on his behalf. Eventually, Angela and Juliet were dismissed, and the family reunited, albeit after a tumultuous ordeal.